For much of the last decade, U.S. tech products were designed around rapid replacement. Devices, software platforms, and digital services were built for fast upgrade cycles. New versions arrived frequently, older ones were quietly deprecated. Short life cycles were treated as a feature of innovation rather than a flaw. In 2026, that approach is changing. Across the U.S. tech industry, firms are deliberately designing products for longer life cycles, and this shift reflects economic pressure, user behavior, and a more mature understanding of how technology delivers value. As technology becomes more deeply embedded in everyday life and business operations, users expect products to last. Software runs payroll, healthcare systems, logistics networks, and financial transactions. Hardware supports work, communication, and security. U.S. tech firms have learned that longevity builds confidence, and confidence drives retention, more reliably than constant novelty. Cost pressure is another major driver. Designing products with short life cycles creates ongoing expenses for companies themselves. Frequent redesigns increase development costs, testing burden, documentation requirements, and customer support load. Each new version introduces complexity that must be maintained. By extending product life cycles, tech firms reduce internal churn and lower long-term operating costs. Efficiency now matters more than rapid iteration for its own sake. Consumers and enterprises alike are holding on to technology longer. Hardware performance improvements have slowed, and many devices remain capable for years. Software users resist constant change that disrupts workflows. Customers increasingly value stability, compatibility, and long-term support. Tech firms respond by designing products that evolve gradually rather than forcing replacement. Businesses invest heavily in training, integration, and customization. When products change too quickly, those investments lose value. Enterprises now demand longer support windows, predictable roadmaps, and backward compatibility. Vendors that fail to offer longevity risk losing long-term contracts. Designing for longer life cycles has become a requirement for winning and retaining enterprise customers. Regulatory and compliance pressures also play a role. Data retention rules, accessibility standards, and industry regulations require software and hardware to remain functional and supported over extended periods. Rapid product turnover increases compliance risk. Longer life cycles allow tech firms to align product support with regulatory expectations and reduce legal exposure. Security considerations further reinforce this shift. Security patches, monitoring, and updates are essential over time. Designing products with longer life cycles allows companies to plan security maintenance properly. Customers increasingly choose vendors that commit to long-term security support. Sustainability concerns, while often discussed publicly, also influence business decisions behind the scenes. Frequent replacement increases manufacturing, logistics, and disposal costs. Designing products to last longer reduces resource usage and waste. Even when sustainability is not the headline motivation, life cycle extension aligns with cost control and supply chain stability. Technology maturity is another factor. Many core platforms have stabilized. Operating systems, cloud services, networking tools, and consumer devices are no longer evolving at breakneck speed. Improvements are incremental. This makes longer life cycles feasible without sacrificing performance. Software architecture decisions reflect this mindset. U.S. tech firms are building modular systems that can be updated piece by piece rather than replaced entirely. Features can evolve without breaking core functionality. This architectural flexibility supports longevity and reduces disruption. Hardware design is following a similar path. Products are designed with durability, repairability, and thermal efficiency in mind. Instead of chasing extreme thinness or novelty, companies focus on reliability and long-term performance. This improves customer satisfaction and reduces warranty costs. Cloud and subscription models also encourage longer life cycles. When revenue depends on ongoing relationships rather than one-time sales, keeping products useful over time becomes more valuable than forcing upgrades. Retention matters more than replacement. Longevity supports recurring revenue stability. Internal metrics have changed as well. Teams are no longer rewarded primarily for launching new versions. They are measured on uptime, customer satisfaction, retention, and support quality. These metrics naturally favor products that age well. Longevity becomes a sign of success rather than stagnation. Supply chain volatility has reinforced this approach. Disruptions made rapid product refresh cycles harder to execute reliably. Designing products that remain viable longer reduces exposure to component shortages, logistics delays, and manufacturing risk. Stability becomes an operational advantage. Smaller tech firms adopt this strategy out of necessity. Limited resources make frequent redesigns risky. Building products that last allows them to compete on reliability rather than scale. Larger firms facing similar pressures at greater scale are following the same logic. Importantly, designing for longer life cycles does not mean innovation has stopped. Performance improves gradually, features mature thoughtfully, products feel more complete rather than perpetually unfinished. This style of innovation is quieter but often more valuable. From a user perspective, the benefits accumulate. Products remain familiar, workflows stay consistent. Investments in learning and integration pay off over time. Users feel confident relying on technology rather than preparing for constant change. This shift also changes competitive dynamics. Companies that design for longevity differentiate themselves through dependability. In crowded markets, being the product that lasts becomes a meaningful advantage. Customers remember reliability long after flashy features fade. Why U.S. tech firms are designing products for longer life cycles ultimately comes down to realism. The industry has moved beyond its rapid expansion phase. Technology is now infrastructure. Infrastructure must endure. In 2026, success in tech is no longer defined by how often products change. Longevity signals quality, discipline, and respect for users' time and investment. The era of short-lived tech products built for constant replacement is giving way to an era of durable design, and in a world where trust, stability, and execution matter more than spectacle, designing products to last is not a step backward. It is a sign that the U.S. tech industry has grown up.